Hey, church family, I wanted to take this opportunity to present you with another word of encouragement as we continue to pray for the recovery of our country. Now, without debate, 2020 has already been a year with many unexpected trials and all sorts of troubles. And while it would be easy for us to begin to grumble and complain about all of the problems that are plaguing our lives today, it's just crucial for every Christian to remember that the Lord actually has a purpose in the trials that He allows. He has a reason for the troubles that He allows us to experience. And I think that James put it best in James chapter 1, where he declared, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind." In other words, the Lord is allowing us to experience the trials and the troubles of 2020 so that the testing of our faith might help us to become believers who are being perfected, all for His glory. And with this as the goal, James encouraged us to walk by faith. We need to walk by faith because this is how we receive the wisdom that we need to navigate all of the tough trials that are before us. I like the way that Paul put it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, where he declared, "We walk by faith and not by sight." We walk by faith and not by sight. Rather than making decisions according to the desires of our own natural mind, the Christian has been called to live our life according to the wisdom that we receive as we walk by faith. And it's for this reason that Paul also informed us that the only way for us to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord is to walk by faith. As a matter of fact, it's in Hebrews chapter 11 where Paul declares, "Without faith, it's impossible to please Him, for he who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him." Christian, listen, those who want to live a life that is pleasing to the Lord must walk by faith. By faith, we can move mountains. And by faith, we have power over the enemy. By faith, we understand God's plan for our life. And by faith, we're able to rise above every fear. By faith, we serve our Savior. And by faith, we receive the strength that we need to fight the good fight of faith. And with all of this in mind, I encourage every Christian, let's examine our lives by asking, am I approaching every trial? Am I approaching every trouble with the victorious faith that is pleasing to the Lord? Or am I still walking in the fear that drives us to make all sorts of unreasonable decisions? We might also ask, am I pleasing the Lord as I follow Him by faith? Or am I failing to walk in the wisdom that comes from my faith in Jesus Christ? With all these questions in mind, I invite you to join us. Join us tomorrow as we consider the incredible faith of a certain centurion. And as we continue to make our way through the Gospel of Luke, we're going to learn what it means to have a phenomenal faith. We want to consider the faith of that Roman soldier, and we want to consider, do I have the sort of phenomenal faith that is pleasing to the Lord? And listen, if you're unable to attend tomorrow's service, then you can join us online. We're streaming our second service. And if you'd like to know more about our service times and the measures that we're taking to sanitize our facilities, you can find all this information right here at calvarysouthaustin.com. I hope to see you soon. But until then, let's continue to fight the good fight of faith, all for the glory of God.